Hello to all of my amazing Aries. Happy new moon. Yes, Aries. Hopefully you all are having a great day on today. No, you are, because that is the intention you set. We're going to get right into your reading, Aries. I'm so excited to share some information with you all. Yes. I'm so excited to share some information with you all. So let's get right into your reading. You all know that currently we have 6 planets that are retrograde, right? Yes, of course you know that by now. That does not include Chiron, which is retrograde, and True North, which is also retrograde. So we're going to get right into your reading. A lot of people have been having some problems with retrograde. I know from my understanding, Instagram was acting kind of weird yesterday, and that just kind of, but you got to remember, Mercury also affects technology. A lot of people don't believe it. Like it affects technology. It affects just communications in general, right? Communication, technology, travel, communication, whether it's verbal, nonverbal, or whatever. Those cards fall out. We're going to use those cards. Let's go. Most High God in the universe, please give me a special reading for my amazing Aries, as it relates to every area of their lives, specifically in areas of power and intellect, money and wealth, creativity and emotions, and spirituality, and where they need to take action. I am talking to my honest, creative, brave, positive energy, amazing self-confidence, strong leaders who are also very passionate, optimistic, enthusiastic, confident, determined, courageous. Rams, gods and goddesses, that would be you, Aries. Yes, you, and you. Don't let these retrogrades get you down. Stay focused, okay? Stay focused. Let me show you the cards that I have. King of Swords. Yes. Some information is already coming through as I'm talking to you all, and I'm like, whoa, okay, I got to warn you guys about a couple of things. We have 7 of Wands. Make room here. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Magician card. We have the 10 of Swords. We have the 3 of Cups. By now you know that the, I'm going to show you the Oracle cards that I'll be using too, just in case somebody wants to get a screenshot, because people ask me, like, which cards are you using? By now you know that I'm using, these are the Light Seers Tarot deck by Chris Ann. And then I want you to go ahead and take a screenshot of this, just in case you have questions, because that's the card we're going to be pulling at the end, okay? All right. We also have the 3 of Pentacles. I see a lot of you all going into business, and people who are currently entrepreneurs. I see your business doing extremely well, but I want to share some things with you. Here we have the 2 of Pentacles also. We also have the Wheel, like it's a Wheel of Fortune on some decks, right? Which is attached to Jupiter, which is retrograde right now. And then the Magician card is attached to Mercury, which is retrograde right now. We also have the Hierophant card, which is attached to Taurus. Let me see if I can put this up here. We also have the 10 of Wands. We also have the Ace of Swords. We also have the 5 of Swords. We have the 6 of Swords. Okay, so I see a lot of you all taking your power back. I really do see a lot of you all getting your power, not asking for permission for taking your power back, but I see you taking your power back. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so here we have the 6 of Swords. I see a lot of you all leaving dysfunctional, like overly sappy, dramatic relationships, whether it is a relationships with your job, relationships with business partners, everything under the relationship umbrella, okay? Whether it's professional, personal, platonic. I see you all leaving relationships, right? And this water represents it represents emotions and creativity. And as you leave those relationships, Aries, I see your creativity really just flourishing. Like you're going to feel a spike in your creativity. Right now, you all could be giving some mixed messages. Like I said, Mercury affects communication. It's the communication planet, right? So when it's retrograde, you may have glitches in computer systems or programs or whatever. Your internet may go out for a minute. Just reboot your computer or restart your phone, and that should, in most cases, do it. But also it could be a glitch in a whole lot of things, right? So like in the case of like these platforms that go down, like they have Some of them have their own servers. They may have had to reboot the server and then wait. But again, Mercury is very powerful. All the planets are very powerful. A lot of people don't understand how powerful these planets are until there's a glitch somewhere in your life and you're like, oh my God, why isn't this happening? But think of it on a more personal level aside from social media. Let's say, for instance, a person is, misunderstands something you said, right? So I'm seeing that you all are like really weighing things, right? Like not just because Mercury is retrograde and we got 5 other planets that's not, and without including Chiron, which does not include Chiron, which is a minor planet. You can go watch the videos for that, whatever your sign Chiron is in your sign. But I see your thoughts coming back a lot more organized. I see the wheel of fortune in your favor. I'm seeing money and time in your favor, but it's because you took this action. You all are divine masculine by default. Your energy is directed outward, right? And so that means you all are very action oriented. To try to suppress how you truly feel will inevitably make you or cause you to vibrate low. And what that looks like for an Aries in particular is impulsive behavior, is seeming like lack of patience, and a whole host of other things that you really don't want to, assign to your character, right? So here we have the 6 of Swords, right? So I see a lot of you all sailing away from things, whether it is a job, whether it's some clients, whether it's some business relationships, whether it's family members, whether whoever is causing unnecessary drama in your life. I see you sailing away from that. We also have the King of Swords. Some of those situations have been hostile situations. Let me see if we can get in close. I don't know if you can zoom in close so you can actually see this blood right here. This is how it could have been, right? Hostile does not equate to volatile. They're not the same, right? But anything that just causes some undue rest in your spirit where you're just like, oh my God, I just need to get as far away from this person as humanly possible. Yeah. So I see this for a lot of you all, right? Believe it or not, the message is I was shuffling the cards and everything, and I'm seeing so many messages come through while I'm shuffling cards. I'm seeing your business is doing extremely well, right? Maybe not skyrocketing at the beginning because there's some changes that you have to make. Like I said, you have to really, really do your due diligence on your end by removing some of those energies from your space. And I see there are a lot of people who feel unsettled, like just because your business may be moving along faster than theirs, Aries in particular. And even if you're not a business person, because that's the message that I'm getting through, but even if you're not a business person, let's say you're advancing faster than somebody on your job. I see that causing people some undue rest, like they can't really sleep, like it's a problem for them, right? But getting back to this right here, I see a lot of you all who have been, and I want to say this, you're not going to put yourself in a victim role. I'm not going to put you in a victim role either, but a lot of you all have been betrayed, lied on, lied to, thrown under the bus. People have run smear campaigns, the whole 9 yards on you all. But I don't want you to go, yes, that happened to me. Okay, yes. Well, let's move beyond it. Like this right here. You've moved beyond that. This is like, okay, I understand some things happened to me, but guess what? I have my ancestors. Even if I have to roll out by myself, I'm good, right? Just me, my family, my friends, my soul tribe or whatever. So I'm still standing. No matter the things that came up against me, I am still standing. So this is what I'm seeing for a lot of you all. A lot of you all are going to feel like you're going it alone, but you're not going it alone, right? You really dropped some dead weight. And I say what I mean by dead weight, you drop things that was already in the process of dying. Sometimes you don't even want to admit that some relationships were in the process of dying until they fell off. And it's like, oh my God, now I have this chunk of time, to do things that I've been wanting to do. And that it does feel like a death rebirth, because it is essentially a death rebirth. Some people really struggle with that, right? But when you look back, okay, hold on. I need more than 2 hands. Once you take this one bold act, Aries, to separate yourselves from unnecessary drama, things that are causing you a headache, could be physical headache, could make you sick to your stomach, could cause you to break out in hives. I am nowhere near exaggerating when I say this, because people have all kinds of reactions to stress, right? Once you sail away from this, believe it or not, that's your breakthrough right there. on to bigger and better things. I'm seeing right here the King of Swords. This person has a sword in their hand in rest position, but they're more knowledgeable. They're wiser now. They're like, nope, never again am I going back to those kind of situations. I know exactly how it makes me feel. Some of you all may equate it to age. Maybe you feel like, okay, I'm older now. I don't have time for that. You know, I'm getting closer to retirement, whether you are or not. But some of you all are saying, you know what, I'm wiser now, because age does not equate to wisdom. So you can be in your 20s and saying, you know what, that just doesn't work for me anymore. So I still see a lot of you all moving on after a lot of meditation. You've already prayed. That's you talking to God, right? The meditation is you listening to God. So I'm seeing you getting your power, your strength back. You're looking for new windows of opportunities, right? Out in the universe, whether it be for money, the energy of money, or whether it's soul tribe, connections, because relationships with people are extremely important, right? In a lot of cases, it's just as or more important as the energy of money. And what I mean by that is, excuse me, Aries, what I mean by that is sometimes even if you don't have the money, just because you know certain people, it gets you into doors, it gets you into different spaces, right? It gets, you connected to people who are say like, you don't have to worry about it. I'll take care of that for you. Or you can pay at a discounted rate. If you want to pay me later, that's fine. If you don't, that's okay too, whatever. So sometimes in some cases, it's more important depending on what the situation is, right? Money is just a tool, right? So, but I do see it growing for you looking at your cards. So there's a lot of things that's going on here. I see you all being a whole lot more happy, a whole lot more organized, with your businesses, or whether you're staying in your workplace or in your home. I see your thoughts becoming a lot more logical and clear now. I see you feeling like you the magician, because before there was so many mixed signals. And I'm going to get back to Mercury in just a second. But I see you getting your personal power and your identity back, and that's where your fire comes from. And I'm seeing you having this childlike exuberance, which is absolutely great. Absolutely, absolutely great. And I'm also, like I said, I see you all moving on from some things. This is not baggage, right? This is all the experience and the knowledge that you've acquired on your journey. So I see a lot of you all booked and busy, actually. That's what I'm seeing for your businesses. I'm seeing you booked and busy. Why? Because you have made some very challenging decisions to move on. Now, Aries, I need to also add this too. Somebody had asked me recently, actually two people, and they were on the Aries channel. No other sign has asked me this. I've addressed this before, but I'll say it again just in case people didn't catch it. Somebody has asked me, how come I never see your cards in reverse? One, I've been reading cards for very close to 40 years. That's one. So I read cards. When I pull them out and you see them all upright, I'm reading them both ways for you. I'm sharing you with what I see as they come out, but I'm also sharing with you the other side of that, right? So I want you all to really, really listen intently to what I'm saying, because if I'm showing you the cards and I'm saying, listen, okay, this is happening because you took this one step here, and I see you moving on from that. When we talk about this right here in particular, this right here, let's say I pull this card out this way, right? This is in reverse, right? I'm saying to you when I'm showing you, because a lot of people are very new to tarot, and I'm trying to be respectful of everybody, right? So when I'm seeing this, I'm sharing with you a lot deeper than just what you see here on the cards. First of all, I want to share with you that every tarot card, as far as I know, I'm trying to think, is there any deck of cards that doesn't come with the booklet? Because I have a lot of decks. And I'm trying to think if any of my decks have come without a booklet. Not that I can recall. But anyway, when I pull out this card right here, and we talk about betrayal, people have run smear campaigns on you and so on and so forth. I want you all to understand that all of that sounds great. Oh yeah, that person did this to me, and I couldn't believe X, Y, and Z. But when you're in the thick of things, and that person is very close to you, you have made yourself very vulnerable to that person, it can really, really feel like somebody stabbed you in your chest, like you've really left for dead. I don't have my other cards near me, but a lot of times on this deck, the Ten of Swords, this card, the person is lying down and they have 10 swords stabbed in them, right? Presumably left for dead, right? But just like just like Joseph, where he was left for dead, guess what? not only did he get up, and not only did he survive, he also thrived, right? So depending on what your situation is, some people are not ready to completely accept the fact that somebody that close to them, like their mother or father or sibling or favorite aunt or favorite uncle, has actually been a part of that smear campaign. That can be absolutely devastating for some people. So when I'm looking at cards, I don't compare myself to other readers. I have mad respect for everybody who reads and everybody who has answered the call on their lives to join this spiritual journey, right, of helping it to heal and the whole 9 yards. But I'm reading so much deeper than what you're seeing here, because I see things, right? I have all the clairs and other gifts. If you've spoken with me, you already know that. I mean, spoken with me on a personal level, you already know that. But this goes so much deeper than a lot of people even understand or that they even realize. This person right here on this card right here, after they've been betrayed, you see the gray hair. Again, this is representative, like more so of wisdom, right? Age does not equate to wisdom. So you could have come to this realization at 20, at 30, at 40, at 50, at 60, at 70, at 80, at 90, even at 100 if you live to be that, if you're in this realm for that long. You can come to that part as well. So whenever you come to this realization, like a lot of times people think, okay, I had such a rough life when I was little. But when you sit back and you really, really think about it, you may have seen, like, to your friends that you were more mature than them. It's that you had more experience. And it's like, okay, I don't want to have to go through that experience again. You're very relatable. People who have gone through traumatic situations, maybe at an older age, you can probably relate to them and say, yeah, that happened to me at 7, 8, 9 years old, 10, whatever. And and it was really a hard journey. And when I got older, I saw therapy and the whole 9 yards. Betrayal is horrible. I don't care what anybody says, especially if you make yourself vulnerable to people. And so a lot of you all have gotten to the point that you're wiser now. You're more knowledgeable. Notice I didn't say older. You're knowledgeable and you're wiser, right? And so this depiction of a person with gray hair would say, okay, maybe the person is even older as well. But again, I see just because you took that one step, Aries, in deciding, okay, I need to move on from this drama. I don't like the way it makes me feel. One day I feel good, the next day I feel bad about it. This could be an ex-boyfriend, this could be an ex-girlfriend, it can even be your parents or your children that are doing this to you. But at some point you decided enough is enough. And at that moment when you said enough is enough, that's when you start the breakthrough. Because you took the action. Remember, I say we are all gods and goddesses. A god or goddess is a creator, right? This is a person who is creating the life that they said that they wanted, right? You said that you want more peace. So you had to offload some things. You said you want more peace, more joy, more money, the energy of money. You want more, whatever it is that you want. So you had to offload some things to balance it out. Like a seesaw, kind of. That's not enough best analogy, but kind of. Like if you and this other person, y'all weigh the same thing, and this person has 5 extra pounds on it, then maybe you have a backpack or whatever, they're going to have to offload that backpack no matter what's in it, so that y'all can just be so it can be leveled out, your divine masculine to your divine feminine. You want to remove some things. So I see a lot of you all being a lot happier. I see messages eventually coming through, because Mercury is not going to be retrograde for too much longer. It's not. It's like, what, 13 more days. It goes station direct October 18th or October 19th, somewhere around that time. So you don't have too much longer for the mixed messages to come through. But a lot of you all, because the mixed messages have been, it's shown a pattern. Even when Mercury was stationed direct, for some people you have gone many cycles with certain people, whether family members, friends, or whatever, and you're seeing a pattern of betrayal, a pattern of wishy-washy behavior, a pattern of people moving funny. So before Mercury goes station direct, you're saying, okay, here's the new moon, new me, I'm cutting them off. I'm taking that sword and I'm cutting them off. I'm removing the air supply, and I am moving on unapologetically. I'm taking my hurt, broken heart and my complete disbelief. I'm severing ties with them. I'm deleting them from my email. I'm blocking the email. I'm blocking telephone numbers, cell phone numbers, whatever. I'm blocking all entry points, all access, so that I can heal, right? So that I can heal. I may be thinking about them. I may be balled up in the bed crying. I may be doing whatever to heal, but I'm not calling them. I'm not reaching back out to them. I'm going to shift my focus, right, to what? balancing out your daily affairs. All right. So this is what I see a lot of you all balancing out your regular job with your businesses. So some of you all, like I said, have started businesses while you're working for somebody else. Kudos to you. That's great, because that's the only way you're going to acquire wealth and happiness, wealth and peace, wealth and joy, wealth and money, is to create something of your own where you feel like, okay, I feel like I have purpose. And my purpose is not to just get up and go to work for somebody else every single day. So you're using that, but you're not as emotionally invested as you were before. So you don't really care whether somebody speaks back when you speak and say hello or good morning or whatever. You don't really care whether the person says good night after you've said good night. You don't really care if they said thank you because you held the door. You're not even stressed. You're not even holding space for that kind of drama. You see what I'm saying, how this works? And on top of that, you're in a posture of gratitude. One of the things I want to mention to you all too, and I'm saying perfect synergy when it comes to your money. So this is also great. Perfect synergy. Everything is in a line, but I want you all to give yourselves kudos and pats on the back, okay, Aries? First of all, my apology for the extended video, but I want to add a little bit more to this for you all. Perfect synergy when it comes to the energy of money for you, because first of all, I want you all to give yourselves kudos, pats on the back for being strong enough to say, you know what, I've stepped back, I've watched a pattern of drama with this person, right? I've been there with them through deaths in their family. I've been there through divorces with them. I've been there when their kids were acting out of control. I've just been there, right? This is you, Aries, being there for them. But I'm seeing a pattern in how they handle things in their lives, and it doesn't align with where I'm going and the investments that I've made in myself. You get it? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's not always in this case, it's a dramatic situation, but it's not always somebody going off on you or cussing you out, or, it's the hostility that you feel that from that energy. It's like, the friction that you feel with that energy. Also, I want to say, so listen, okay, first of all, I know in my last video I said Aquarius. That was definitely an Aries video. So thank you for some people sending me text messages. But sometimes when I'm reading the cards, a lot of information is coming through and I may slip up and say another sign. So you may have Aquarius in your chart. But thank you for those of you who sent me text messages and added comments to my under the video. One last thing I want to add to you all for business, as far as business is concerned. This is what I want you all to understand. Being an entrepreneur takes a very tough skin, okay? Because people will complain about everything under the sun. They will complain about how come your hair product doesn't do the same as this hair product, or I like this hair product and can you change your product after you've worked on your product for years, whatever your product or service is, you've worked on it for years. You've honed your craft, and just know that some people are not going to be satisfied no matter what you do. They don't really understand the backstory. They don't really understand why you created the product that you did. So I want you entrepreneurs to keep faith, right? Because there is a demographic of people out there that is going to connect with you. Their energy is going to connect with yours, but you cannot take everything personally, okay? You cannot take everything personally. I have had people to contact me, just so you all know, to bring it into a more personal level. I've had people to contact me and it's not necessary, Aries. Let me just be clear about this. Over the years, I've had people to contact me to try to complain about other readers, other healers, I stopped them right then and there. Like, listen, no, let's not waste your money, my time, and your time talking about somebody else. I don't do that. We stop it right there. I'm trying to protect your energy and your karma and mine as well. So yeah, don't even, again, for my entrepreneurs, when you go into business, just know that 100% of people are not going to be happy, no matter how high your frequency is, no matter how high your vibrations are. Not 100% of the people are going to be happy because one, it's a choice. They may not like your product, but okay. Okay, that's why there are other products out there. There's other services out there. And then you're going to have people that's going to ride with you regardless. They really love your personality. They like your energy. They're patient. They're going to work with you the whole 9 yards. So I don't want you all to take so many things emotionally, so personal, okay? All right, so that's what I wanted to share with you all. Let's pull an oracle card. Now, you already saw the deck that I'm using, right? Let me show you again, just in case for some of you all who may be Okay, this is a deck, so if you want to take a screenshot so that way you can see it. Yeah, again, I apologize for the lengthy, but I wanted to get a couple of, because it was coming through so strong that a lot of your businesses are going to do well, but there are some people who are kind of sort of stuck in this feeling of betrayal and hurt, and legitimately so. You know, that's it makes perfect sense where you would just kind of be on pause, like, how come I can't move past this feeling? Why can't X, Y, and Z? And I'm just going to tell you all, listen, please make a concerted effort to focus on hitting that reset button and recharging. For you all, because you're like givers and you all give so much, it's time to sit back and receive from the universe, from God, from your spirit guides, from your ancestors. Just be in receiving mode. And what that looks like for some people is sometimes you have to go outside alone. Sometimes you have to just go out on your balcony or your deck by yourselves. Leave your cell phone in the house and just be in receiving mode. If you feel like crying, get it out. If you feel like writing that person a really bad letter or something like that, do it just to get it out of your system, because you got to get it out, right? You don't have to call that person. If you want to sit down and write a letter and say, you know, dear John, dear Susan, I hate what you did to me, or whatever, do it and then burn it. Release it. Yeah. So here we go. I do not control my mind. I am an observer of my mind and my thoughts. Let me hold this up here in case somebody wants to screenshot this. Boom. And then on the back it goes, when you are tempted to control your mind, stand back and realize that the task is impossible to begin with. Even the most disciplined mind has a way of breaking out of its chains. I love that. Yes. Just in case you want to screenshot that. Yeah. But listen, I want you all to keep your high vibrations. Don't get easily irritated with other people. You have the choice to use that sword, that power in you. Some of you all have Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Go into that room in your spiritual house. Get that sword out. Start cutting back some things. And while you're cutting back some of those relationships, cut out fear, cut out doubt, cut out, an addiction of some sort. Some people are addicted to other people. Some people are addicted to drama. Some people are addicted to whatever those things that you can just move on from. Get that sword and get to cutting, right? Because I'm seeing so many wonderful things happening for you all. Like I said, and mostly just being in a posture of gratitude because you finally did it. You're like, I'm committed to not repeating another cycle with this energy or these energies. That is what I have for you, Aries. Have a fantastic day. I know you will. Again, happy new moon. And don't let these retrogrades get you down. Really, just do your research. See what these planets are aligned with. Mercury is retrograde until October 18th. Saturn is retrograde until October 10th. Jupiter is retrograde until October 18th. Pluto until October 6th. Neptune is retrograde until December 1st. Yes. We have Uranus, which is retrograde until January 18th, 2022. So beautiful things are happening. Slow down and smell the roses. But for most of all, be grateful for where you are and how far you've come. This posture of gratitude. I love it. Have a great one, Aries. Okay? Bye.